G'day mate, and welcome to Melbourne in the morning. It's slightly less impressive a sight in the daylight, but this is what it looks like nonetheless. We're just gonna find a bit of shelter for a bit because we've got to wait for our bus to come pick us up, and it is raining. Oh, here's some trees. Maybe these trees will provide the shelter that we need. Just about to investigate this building and see if there's various eating establishments. I think we're looking for somewhere to eat tonight. Really, they like wine. A lot of wine in there, champagne. Is it a shopping centre? Is it? I don't know. Yeah, I think it's just a shopping centre. Oh, it smells very fishy. I'm not a fish fan, so that's not cool with me. No, it's quite nice looking, I guess. Old style pub there. Oh, a lint shop. Lovely. Even though I'm still kind of full from last night's food. Well, there you go. You've had a look inside what seems to be a shopping centre. Wonderful viewing experience for you. Interesting bit of art on display here. Not really sure what it's supposed to be, but they seem to think that it's worth showing off. Something interesting to mention this morning is we saw on the news about a murder that happened last night, or at least there's a dead body being found, and it was actually quite close to where Owen and I were walking about last night. So the police have like sectioned off a part of the city close to where we were walking last night. So it's a bit of morbid news for you. Also, you can blend in with this wall. All orange. I'm going to show you this weird little thing. This massive gold bugs just perched on that building. No idea what the significance of those are. Just a bit more randomness that Melbourne has to offer. Here is our tour bus for the day. Hopefully it's not overcrowded, but at least it's not too hot.
Hi. I'm the tour guide, obviously. I'm your bus driver, and I'm your slave for the day. Yeah, no. After that laugh, I'm not your slave. So, yeah, I am. So this is about you guys. This is your day. This is your bus. All right. You can eat on the bus. You can drink on the bus. You can sleep on the bus. You can sing on the bus. I don't care what you do on the bus. All right. This is your bus. Doesn't matter how much sand and dirt you get in the bus. Who cares? All right. Doesn't matter. Okay, so just this is your bus. I'm excited to go. I can't wait to get you down there. I'm every time I do this tour, I'm excited. I've done the Great Ocean Road Tour over 500 times, and I'm just as excited today as I was the second time I went. Sorry, I've got my back to you. Yeah. So, but I really genuinely am. The first time I was just nervous, and I'm not. I wasn't nervous the second time, and I'm just excited. All right, I genuinely am. I can't wait to go. All right. I went on Saturday, it was amazing. We're going to go today, it's going to be amazing. It doesn't matter if it rains, it doesn't matter if it's sunny, it's always amazing, okay? The forecast isn't too bad for today, just a little bit of rain, all right? Which means it could rain all day, or we could have no rain. You never know. This journey is a huge, big journey, all right? We're going to travel over 500 kilometres today. By the end of the year, by the end of the day, you will be sick of this bus, and so will I. Okay, okay, but it's worth it. All right, over 500 kilometres. I know. We're going to travel through. It's amazing. The landscape changes so much. It's almost like going through 4 different countries. Yeah. So you don't need your passports, but it is like going through 4 different countries. The first country we're going to go through is boring country. So we're going to drive down the freeway, past the city of Geelong, and then once we get off the freeway down to the coast, all right? I'm not going to tell you everything that we're going to do now because that's boring. We want to get on the road. But sunset, it's really important when we get to sunset, yeah? We want to get down there. We don't want to miss sunset, okay? Sunset tonight is at 5:49, all right, which is early. It's It's getting earlier and earlier. So we have to be really careful with our timings. It's very difficult to get everything in and get to sunset, all right? So if I say please come back at a certain time, you have to come back.
Tell you that not only are they interesting looking, you might like them or you might not, but then also there's another purpose for them. They're actually bird habitats. Yeah, so
Bird habitats. Well, we are on our first stop on our Ocean Road tour, and we are in Anglesey. Not the Anglesey from back home, obviously, but it is named after Anglesey from back home. The only spelling difference is they don't have the Y on the end. Yeah, they just spell sea as in the actual word sea. The sun has come out, the skies are blue, so the rain that was back in the city, back in Melbourne, isn't here. There is a nice cool breeze as well, it's not scorching hot. So, yeah, there we go. We are on a 10-hour tour, the Ocean Road Drive, and Anglesey is our first stop. First of many. And we passed a place called Geelong on the way, and I thought that's ironic because we're going to be on this bus for a Geelong time. This is very shallow. I guess it's a lake. It's a very shallow lake. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but it's very shallow. A little fish in there though. Again, not sure if it's coming up on camera. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Oh, look at this. There's people out. Some boats over there having a good time in the sunshine. Here's our next stop on the Great Ocean Road, and we've stopped here because of this archway. So this is the memorial archway, and a lot of people see this as the start of the road, even though it's not the start of the road, but it's basically this whole road is really a monument to the people that built it. So after the First World War, all the Australian soldiers came back. There was 3,000 men came back, and there was no jobs for them, but they actually made this road together, and it not only did they build the road, it apparently served as a therapy for them. And they all talked about their war experience along the journey of building the road. So it's quite a big deal for the Australians, and they appreciate this road and the men that built it. This is part of the memorial as well. Nice statue, you can see there the guys working together, building the Great Ocean Road. I've just been summoned to the beach. I'm looking forward to getting sand in my shoes again. I can't remember what this place is actually called. Apparently it's a good place to surf, even though there's not a lot of people surfing here right now, because the actual surf itself isn't great right now. But there we go. It's a lovely beach. You can really smell the seaweed though. It stinks. What's this place called?
This is called Fairhaven Beach.
Fairhaven Beach.
Yeah. So we've got like this, right? There we go. Alright. So that looks pretty small. But this is water here, yeah? And you're up in Melbourne. Alright, so you're in Melbourne, that's water in there as well, and the ocean, yeah? So Melbourne's all up here, okay? And remember the river, Yarra River, like that, and there's a bridge, the big bridge that we went over this morning, yeah? So we came out of the city, over the bridge, and we've gone down, yeah? And then the city of Geelong is kind of in there like that, and we've gone around Geelong, and then we down the coast. So we're down here, right? Okay? Now, the coast goes like this. There's the lighthouse, which is here. Okay? There's another lighthouse here, another one here, another one here, another one here. There's just heaps of lighthouses all the way along. Right? If you coast this way, it goes like this. Yeah? All the way up to Western Australia. Okay? Over this side, there's another bay up in there, and that's where Phillip Island is, where the penguins are. You've been down there? So that's where the penguins are down there. We don't care about that way, we're going this way. Yeah? So, in the bus today, what we're going to do, we're going to go along the coast. It's really windy. It's really windy. As we drive the bus. Yeah? And go all the way down to a town called Apollo Bay. We're having lunch about here, halfway, soon. Alright? And then after Apollo Bay, we go up on the Cape Way. So this is the surf coast, yeah? Then it turns into the green coast here. And over here is the shipwreck coast. Because over there, and all along this coast actually, there's over 400 known shipwrecks all along this coast. Amazing, like just so many shipwrecks. So we're going to go up on the Cape Way. Up here is rainforest. It's amazing. So we're going to drive through this beautiful rainforest. And yeah, I draw a straight line. It goes like this. All the way down. And then over here it gets really windy. And then we come down off the coast to the 12 Apostles. Yeah? The idea is sunset at 12 Apostles. And then there's another place there that's really good. I'm not going to tell you about it now. It's a secret. And there's another one. There's 3 things down there that hopefully we get to see. Although one of them quite often you can't get down to because they close the car park or they close the stairs. I'll talk about that once we get down.
Here we are in Kennet River, I think. I can't remember. Hold on. There's a sign. Yeah, Kennet River. I just want to show you this sign over there. So all of the places around here have the fire danger rating. So today it's moderate, which is the best it can be. And that's because they've suffered some big fires here in the past. And most recently 2 years ago, where most of these houses you can see were all destroyed. There's a lot of wild koalas around here, but the ones around here are twice the size of the ones you might get up in Queensland, because it's colder down here. They need to survive. And there's thousands of eucalyptus leaves in Australia, but there's actually only a few that koalas will actually eat, but they're not born with the enzyme that helps them to eat them. The little baby koalas have to gain that enzyme by eating their mother's poo, and then they build up the stomach for it quite literally, and then they can eat the eucalyptus leaves. Some good koala knowledge for you there. So I'm hoping that there's koalas around here because there's a lot of people gathered. Okay, not koalas, but birds. Don't know what they are. Cheapers. Flying out the trees.
Sorry, Iain.
I'm gonna stay away from the tree. I'd rather have seen a koala. I'd rather have seen a koala than these birds flying down on unsuspecting victims. Loads of them though. Well, Maria saw a koala, but she also had to suffer a bird sitting on her head. So I want to see the koala, but I'm apprehensive of the bird coming to sit on me. But she said it was definitely in this clump of trees where we were in the first place. I've just had some lunch. I just went in and got myself a hot chocolate. It was quite nice. It's nice here. It's sunny, but it's not like too hot. Every now and again, I just find myself standing in the sun and I'm like, ooh, maybe I should put sun cream on. But it also feels quite cool at the same time, so I don't know. But there's supposed to be a koala in here, or at least there was before. But as you can see, these birds just sort of fly down, sit on people's hands, pose for pictures. They are parrots of some sort by the look of them, and they are familiar with the paparazzi. And they are loving it. But I can't see any koalas, which is a shame. I mean, we're going to be seeing some tomorrow anyway, but seeing some in the wild would have been a treat. A lot of birds around here. That's where we were a second ago. Across the road, come to check out what the beach is like. It's like a rather large section of water preventing us from getting to the beach. This may be a river. Yeah, I'm guessing this must be part of the river, and the tide comes in, fills it up, and the tide goes out. Interesting. We can get around. Step over this little bit here, and there we go, back on track to the beach. So we're on the other side of that now. Again, a nice beach, a nice cool breeze. There's a surfer. People have been surfing. What's the surfer gonna do? Anything good? No, just floating. This looks like a good wave to surf, but I'm not going to surf it. They're just sat in the water. And now we've lost them anyway. Nothing good happened. It is an actual koala. I don't know where you can see it. Is definitely a koala sitting in that tree. They sleep for about 20 hours a day. It's not continuous, it's just sleep for a bit, eat for a bit, sleep for a bit, eat for a bit. Not a bad life, eh? Not a bad life. See if I can get to the other side, get a better view. Oh, just having a kip in the tree. Stopped off at a lookout. It's really windy, it's quite high up.
Drive over. Yeah. So this is all Bass Strait. Between here and Tasmania, the ocean's called Bass Strait. Yeah. Named after George Bass, who discovered the water between here and Tasmania. And yeah, after we get past Cape Otway, Tasmania's over there, and it's just the Southern Ocean all the way to Antarctica. So it's 280 odd kilometres to Tassie, and then from the bottom of Tasmania, which is, I don't know, it's about 800 kilometres or something like that. From the bottom of Tassie, it's 2,500 k's to the coast of Antarctica.
Quick stop off because we've got quite a way to go before we reach our next stop on the trip. So a little toilet stop thrown in and a chance to get some drinks and snacks for people. And then we'll be setting off again. This is Apollo Bay, maybe? I can't remember. It's Apollo something or other. It smells very nice. It's making me hungry. Anyway, there we go. Apollo something or other. Maybe Bay. I can't remember. We're really high because we're in the clouds. It's not a very good angle.
There's 7 of them now. And you can see here there's a finger of rock of cliff face going out, and there's walking platforms going out there. But there's a big chunk that looks like it's going to fall just out over on the edge, and it probably will. I mean, who knows, maybe this whole section here will fall and we'll be left with another finger of rock, another apostle, and then there'll be 8. So maybe one day we will have 12. You never know.
Right, we are in a place called Lochard Gorge right now. So Lochard Gorge is apparently really worth seeing, so we'll have a look in a sec. On the way here we saw a wallaby at the side of the road, just a wild wallaby, and then just a bit further up the road there was a dead wild wallaby. I didn't see the dead one, probably for the best. Well, I'm not really sure on the difference between a kangaroo and a wallaby. I should probably Google that. But it's really busy around here. Apparently it's quite a new thing for it to be so popular. You'll see in a second. You can see there's a lot of cars here. But it's apparently it's a beautiful place, so let's go and have a look. So there we go, Lochard Gorge. Looking gorge.
Okay. I had to the walkway. Over that side.
Come.
Actually, there's a family there that was on the plane with us on the way over. It's completely coincidental that we're at the same place at the same time. So yeah, this whole thing is part of something called 12 Apostles, and we're going to be watching over the 12 Apostles for sunset in a bit. The name has no meaning other than the tourist board thought it would bring more people in, and there's not even 12 of them anymore, and when they were named there was only 11 of them. Right, we're about to walk down there. Can't believe how busy it is here. People everywhere. It's about 4:30 now. The sun will be going down in about an hour. All of these people come to see the beautiful sights. So the 12 apostles, apparently there's only 7 of them now, and they're basically limestone piles that every now and again fall down but then reform over time. So at one point there was 11 that they knew of, down to 7 at the moment. Oh, time to get sandy. This place is proving quite popular down this end, so let's check out this end before we check out the end where the water is. Some nice photogenic moments with the rock. Here's a closer look at the cliff face. It's quite unique, really. It's like it's just slowly dripping away. I think this is kind of what happened to the 12 apostles. Just over time, they just fall down and then the sea builds them back up again. It seems to be dripping as well. It looks so dry, but you can see there, it's definitely dripping. It's starting to get a bit cold now as well. I need to find some sunshine and get back in the sun. So this is the other side.
Make space in the farm. Yeah.
Where the water comes in. And so does the breeze. I'm starting to think I probably should have brought a jumper. I've got a cagoule in my bag and that's about it. Yeah, definitely breezy in here. So there we go, I think we get the gist. It's a lovely thing to see, and that's why there's so many people here trying to see it. As I said, apparently this is quite a new craze of people coming here, and they've had to take a lot of measures, such as putting fences down the road to stop people parking on the road. There's car park attendants everywhere, making sure that people are parking safely and leaving space for others, because you can just see there's people everywhere. I guess it is good for them, tourist-wise, it's bringing the people in, but this is an ever-changing environment. You know, things are falling down, building back up all the time, so they're having to take a lot of safety measures as well. But yeah, it's a great place, but I guess in some ways tourism will spoil this place. I bet this used to be a lovely place to come. Now it's just going to be constantly just full of people standing around talking to cameras like this right now, or standing taking selfies. Also, I have been a part of that. But you can see why people come. It is a sight to behold. Here's a better look at one of the signs that you'll see every time you enter a town. You get this on the side. So, low to moderate, that's the best it can be, and that's what they've all been today. You know, anywhere orange and up, you need to be thinking about leaving your house. This is a different shot of where we've just been. So we were down there. Oh look, there's people with mermaid attire down there being photographed as mermaids. I wonder if they're going to go in. That is not something you expect to see every day. So here's another viewing point. Let's see what this one has to offer. Oh yeah, that is a pretty cool sight. Check out this angle. A sign here that says warning snakes, and the tour guide told us that there could be snakes, and he explained what the snakes are, and one of them is the second most deadly snake that there is, and there is no known anti-venom. So I hope I don't encounter that one, or any snake for that matter. And apparently there's something that looks like a rat, but it isn't a rat, so don't be startled. It's not a rat. And there is the shot. It's the sun setting over the 12 apostles. That's what we came for. Funny shot right there. As you can see though, not alone. I'm trying to get this picture. There's a lot of people. A lot of people. Oh, not gonna lie, it's getting a little chilly now. There is some sort of walkway which I'm going to attempt, because that's just rammed full of people. I got a good shot. I've seen it. There's the sun setting. But I'm going to go and see what's down this path. The problem with the sun setting is the sun was giving off quite a bit of warmth. And now I'm just really feeling the wind and none of the sun warmth, which is only going to get worse. So let's march on, keep the energy levels up, keep the blood flowing. Not a lot of people looking to the left here, and that's a lovely view as well, but this is what everyone's focusing on. You can see why. That is a good shot, isn't it? There's a point over there. I'm not thinking that I'll get a much better shot if I go over there. Full of people. Let's just zoom in, look at that. Just like ants, but people ants. Yeah, just take in this site for a bit. So, it doesn't show it very well when the camera is in sort of selfie mode, because the sun is just really bright there. But you can kind of see here and here and there some of those 12 apostles. There's some on that side as well. There, for example. But yeah, it's quite a sight to behold. So just enjoy that sight for a second, people. It's also nice of the sea to acknowledge us here and give us a wave. Nearly set now. I'm pretty cold. I've just stood here for a long time. I'm trying to get a time lapse. The time lapse looked pretty good, but I am now frozen standing here in this breeze, so I'm gonna head back. But definitely worth coming if you happen to be in Melbourne anytime soon, or Victoria, or wherever else is nearby. You should come check this out. Is cold. You can probably hear the breeze, but now the sun's gone down pretty much. It's really chilly out here with the sea breeze. I'm sure once I get back up to the mainland, we'll be fine. We'll get warm on the bus anyway. But currently regretting not having a jumper, at least. Maybe even. I was trying to show you there that I was in shorts, but that is windy. Right, that's enough filming for here. I think you get the point. Beautiful place. Come and see it. Wow, I was so cold I just had to go into the toilets, just use the hand dryer just to warm up a little. If you do come here, definitely recommend you at least bring a jumper. But I mean, a great sight to see. I can cope with a little bit of cold just to see the sight of the sun going down over the 12 apostles. Good sight indeed. I don't actually know where the others are. We arrived, we all sort of went our separate ways to the toilets, and I think Owen just ploughed on straight to the setup to get some pictures. So I don't know where anyone is. So I'm just kind of going to loiter around near the bus for a bit, and soon people will just start to come back, and then we head off for food. I don't know where we're going for food. It's an hour's travel to get there apparently. But I don't know anything about the place. I hope the food is good. Ugh, that's massive.
I've got in my bag.
I will never forget that whole
Don't you bring one on the bus?
No, exactly. I need to check over.
Ooh. Well, this is a bit ridiculous. We all came back to the bus. The driver said, we're leaving at 6:30. Come back anytime you want, because we have to go at 6:30. It's now getting up to 6:20 and everyone is back and the bus driver's nowhere to be seen, and some of us have been back for quite some time. Me being one of those. So the bus driver's having a great time. And we're all standing here getting very cold in the dark. Well, we're now in a place called Colac. It's just a small farming town, I'm told. And it turns out tea is literally, we got half an hour and there's a few fast food joints. So fill your boots and whatever fast food you can in 30 minutes. So let's have a look. I probably favour KFC, but see what the others are going to do. It's really cold now, by the way. It's like 7:30 and it's very chilly. KFC wins. Let's go and eat some of the Colonel's chicken. Literally just had to wolf down a KFC because the bus is waiting to go and it took ages to get served. Still got some of it here to take on the bus. Everyone else is just waiting on the bus for me now. Yeah, that mashed potato in the gravy thing was weird, but quite tasty. But no wipes. That was weird as well. No wipes. It's not like KFC back at home. Oh, well, it's been a very long day. It took me a little while just to upload all my pictures and to go through the videos I took today. So this won't be a long outro. A couple of things I want to just very quickly discuss. First of all, the actual roads that we've driven on today are a bit uncomfortable at times. It's like there's clear defined sections where they've worked on this section and then this section and then this section, and every time you go over that section change there's just a real jolt, and whether it's the suspension on the bus just wasn't that good or whatever, I don't know. It's just quite uncomfortable, and it happens fairly sort of regularly along the road, so the roads could probably do with a little bit of work. I think pretty much everything else was covered in the video. You saw some great sights. There was a little bit towards the end there where I didn't really get the chance to film, but I was in KFC and the food came with gravy, but in the gravy was mashed potato. So you've got chips and you're dipping your chips into mashed potato. It just seemed weird. That's a lot of potato to take on board. So that's pretty much my thoughts for the day. Tomorrow is another long day. Today was supposed to be 10 hours. It turned out to be 12 hours. Tomorrow could be something similar, but there'll be a chance to see some penguins and some koalas and some other things. Although one of the highlights is seeing penguins come onto the beach at night, but apparently you can't take pictures or film that, but I'm sure through the day there'll be enough opportunity to take pictures and video of cute penguins and koalas, etc. We shall see. So yeah, this has been another wonderful day. It's just a long day and it's nearly midnight now and I need to get to bed, ready for another long day tomorrow, and then before we know it we'll be flying home. Craziness. So I'm going to say good night and thank you for watching, and once again I'll see you on the next video.